What is happening YouTube, Class of the 90s here, and today I bring to you a tutorial on how to make the best CDM build. So as you can see on this screen already, position is set to CDM, the height I've got him as 5'8", the weight is 169 pounds, and I've got my preferred foot as right. The reason I've got the height of 5'8" is I don't believe you need to be a great height as a CDM. If you do make him above 6 foot, you lose pace, you lose acceleration, you can be caught out in the midfield, especially when you're playing against 3 or 4 pros and they're all running either side of you. You don't want to be that slow, lumbrous midfielder that just can't keep up with them. So I have him at 5'8", keeps him nice and nimble, good pace, good acceleration. You want to be in there for the interceptions, you want to be shielding that from that back four. So 5'8" for me, I would say it tends to be a good all-round height for all positions, but I use it more so in CDM. Works perfectly fine. Weight 169 pounds. It's a bit of a happy medium. I don't think your weight makes a great deal, in all honesty. I know the more you up it, you are going to lose a bit of pace. You might gain in strength, but strength on this game, as many already know, is a bit of a myth. I've gone 50-50 with a random on pro clubs before, who's got very little strength, and I've been shoved off the ball. So that for me doesn't really make a great deal. But again, I'm just looking to have as much pace as possible. But obviously, playing in CDM, you don't start off with a great amount of pace anyway. So obviously the attributes do help. So let's move into the attributes to have a quick look at what we've got. So as you can see on the right hand side, play style 3, position CDM, height is 5'8", weight is 169 pounds, the preferred foot is right, and my overall is 89. Into the attributes, just looking quickly before we go into the traits. I have my physical between 83 and 84, my passing is 87 between 88, shooting is very low, but as a CDM you won't find yourself in many goal scoring opportunities, and if you do, you aren't playing the CDM role right or correctly. So shooting isn't a priority at this stage. If you're 5-0 up and you want to go on a bit of a run, by all means, we've all been there, but I wouldn't waste any of your skill points on shooting, definitely not. So pace between 78 and 79, again that's purely down to the fact that your position set at CDM doesn't give you a great deal of pace at the start, but if you are shielding the back four, all you need to be doing really is shifting from right to left to intercept them passes, intercept them passing lanes. So pace, again, it isn't the most important thing that you need on pro clubs as a CDM. So let's jump into the trade, see what skill points we've had set out. I've set majority of my skill points here on stamina. Obviously, you do have to select strength to get down to the other stamina traits. So it's not going to hurt, but strength isn't a priority of mine. It's just purely a case of so I can pick out the other stamina options. On the right hand side, I've got jumping, only the 1 and then 2 strength, but I don't select any other than jumping. When you're playing pro clubs, as you well know, other clubs will not play any form of long ball. They're not going to keep punting the ball up into the air for you to have to challenge for 50-50. So it's completely pointless having that jumping trait. And from corners, chances are you're going to be that player that stays back and tries to stop any form of counter attack. So again, you're not going to be jumping up and challenging for any headers. So don't waste any of your traits or any of your skill points on these. Complete waste of time. The only reason, like I say, that I've had to pick some of my strength traits is purely on the fact that I want these 2 stamina ones just here. Over in defending, you quite obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. You select every one of these. You want your standing tackles to be high, you want your sliding tackles to be high, you want everything. You want your tackling to be to the top of its ability. And as you can see on the right hand side, my standing tackle is between 86 and 87, 100%, as is slide tackle 88 and 89. And interceptions is 93 to 94, defending awareness 83 and 84. So they're very high for a CDM. They are very high. So that is exactly what you want. Tackle is going to be the aim of the game. That's pretty much all you're going to be doing. You're going to be winning the ball. You're going to be giving it to the nearest player. You don't want to be doing anything spectacular. You're there to do, to be quite honest with you, the most boringest job on the pitch, but at times the most effective job on the pitch. So dribbling. Now, whilst you need all your defending stats, you don't want your player to be You don't want him to be to the point where he can't turn on the edge of his box and he can't play a simple pass. So you want your agility to be fairly high. So I've got agility and balance selected, as well as agility itself and balance itself as dribbling, agility speciality, anything that's going to affect your balance, ball control, dribbling, agility, anything like that. This is what you want. The ones that I haven't selected have been skill moves and flair, which pretty much speaks for itself. I don't want to be pulling out skill moves. I'm a CDM. I don't want to be doing step overs on the edge of my box. I don't want to be doing rainbow flicks and trying to take on every man and his dog. You just don't do that as a CDM. You want to be winning the ball. You want the agility to be able to get out of a small space, a tight space. You want to be able to play that nice simple pass that's just going to keep the ball, keep it ticking, keep the ball moving. Just pretty much making sure that your player is at the best of his ability. But skill moves are not what you want to be selecting as a CDM. So moving on to the passing. Long passing and short passing are all selected. You want long passing on the basis that, you know, if the ball is on, if there's a pass out wide that you want to pick out, and it's going to be a 30-yard pass, you want to be able to be capable of doing that pass. Most CDMs can do that. There's a lot of CDMs out there that don't always just play that simple 5-yard pass. You want them, you want the passing attributes to be pretty high. The only ones I haven't selected are crossing, giant throwing, and set play specialist. I'm not going to be taking any set pieces. I'm a CDM, so I'm not going to be taking any corners. That's pretty self-explanatory in itself, and I'm not going to find myself out wide to be playing any crosses into the box. So I don't bother selecting any of these. They are just a pure waste of skill points. And obviously the giant throwing, whilst it can be handy at times, again, CDM, I'm going to not take many throw-ins. Going to be few and far between, and when I do, I'm not gonna want to be doing the giant throwing from a halfway line. That's for sure. Shooting, I haven't selected one shooting trait, because when are you as a CDM going to find yourself in the box one-on-one with the keeper, and you're going to need that finesse trait or that weak foot trait? You're just not going to need it. Again, complete waste of time if you're a CDM. Don't select any of these. If you do, you're not really playing the CDM role correctly. It's just a pure waste of time. Some of these cost quite a lot of skill points, especially like your weak foot. 4 skill points. There's another weak foot there, another 4 long shots, 3. These type of skill points and traits, you want to be using these if you're in the attacking role, or if you're an attacking player. If you're a centre attacking mid, or if you're a striker, probably a winger. But as a CDM, when you're going to be defensive minded, you don't need any of these. These are a waste of time. Pace, again, I pretty much select as many as you can get. Obviously, you can't get them all. That one there costs 6. It's quite high, but you need your pace to be fairly high. You don't want to be sluggish in the middle of the park. Your sprint speed, again, needs to be fairly high, but it could get higher. But if you set it to CDM, unfortunately, it does knock it down to what it is now, pretty much between 80 and 81. Sprint speed 75 to 76. You could, however, set your position as a wing back, but use these traits and place yourself into the middle of the park. I do know people that do that. It does bump up your acceleration, it does bump up your sprint speed, and I believe it bumps up your agility as well. So you have got that option. I'm a little bit down to the letter. I like to pick my position and play in that position, but I have heard that picking a wing back as a position but playing in the centre of midfield does have its benefits. Each to their own. I've always played like this. Personally, it's worked for me. My stats are fairly good, so yeah, that's purely a matter of opinion. But as it stands, I will be just choosing the CDM position. And then obviously goalkeeping, you're not going to choose any of these. It's pretty obvious. So yeah, that's the tutorial to how you get an 89 rated CDM. I hope this has been beneficial to you. If you need any more help with any other positions, just drop a message in the comments box below. Give the video a like, share, and also check out all the other videos on this channel. And if you like them videos, you like the content we're posting on this channel, then just drop us a subscribe. We appreciate all the support, as does most. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. By all means, give us the heads up. Our pro club is always playing, so we're always willing to play friendlies. against any subscribers or any fans of some sort. So just drop your club name in the comment section below, and we'll get a friendly organised. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Adios.